Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. Blazer the Morkie has abandoned his post for the time being. He may come back, and we're here with your reading for the next 10 days. I'll be looking at your overall energy, and I have something special planned for that. I'll take a look at your energy, the energies connected to you, and then how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Cancerian collective. Do keep in mind, these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. Be sure to consider looking at your sun, moon, rising, or north node for additional context and texture. And check out the description below. I have links to personal readings and lots of connections and fun stuff on social media, etc. Every other Sunday, I am here doing live readings as well, so you may want to join for those. Okay. Whew, roll these sleeves up, Cancer. Let's get going. So today for the overall energy, I'm going to pull one card from the Journey to the Divine Masculine and one card from the Journey to the Divine Feminine. Now, for your particular situation, trust your own intuition about how these masculine or feminine energies lie, either within yourself or someone else. So let's see what we get here. This one here. The Divine Masculine, it says toxic addictions, substances or behaviors used to numb their feelings such as drugs, sex, gambling, or alcohol. So the masculine energies are showing toxic addictions, which is something I'm seeing in the other person's energy. So that could also be reflected in your own energies, Cancer. So again, you'll have to determine, whoa, too many feminine cards popping out there, Cancer. But you'll have to determine how this represents for you and the person you're connected with. Okay, let's see here. Blaze is having fun looking out the window right now. The feminine got the 1111 card, synchronicities. 1111 showing up on the clock. Cancer, maybe 1111 has come up for you before seeing this reading, and I would definitely pay attention to that and to where your mind, but also where your emotions are at when you see that number. Okay, Cancer, on your side, you got the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Wands. Something here having to do with partnership, probably with this other person here, has you a bit cautious, a bit feeling defensive, maybe. Something has maybe changed in the connection. Maybe there's been a fight or an argument or something recently that's come up. Maybe you've changed your mind about where you're at with the relationship or at a certain phase in the relationship. These seem like pretty powerful energies. It could also mean that you are due for an overhaul in all your relationships, and those relationships are going to be changing. We'll have to get some clarifiers. Very interesting energies here and very important energies for you at this time, at the time you find this reading. So the person connected to you, they have the Ten of Swords, the Devil card, and the Judgment card. They're going through some sort of major transformation. I think they're struggling with aspects of themselves that they're having quite a difficult time with. In some ways, this person is showing me that they're their own worst enemy and that they have some work to do on themselves. At times, I feel like they do open up for that understanding of how they're behaving based and where the behaviors are coming from. But with the Devil card here, there's some work to be done. That's that toxic addictions that we got in the masculine energy for your reading. So keep that in mind. Now, they could be addicted even to certain mind control thought forms or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a physical addiction, but it could be. And for some of them, what I'm feeling is they have overlapping where the mind, the body, the emotional energies are all being impacted. So there's some overlap there. In the middle of the connection, we have the Five of Wands and the King of Wands. The energies are really popping off. And the more I look at this, the more I feel like maybe there's been an argument or a fight with this person. And here comes Blaze to help us out here and be cute in his little sweater. Look at this little darling here. Oh, isn't he a baby? He's a baby. You gotta go in your snuggy bed though. It's hard for me to hold him and do the cards, so I try to get him in his little spot. Let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. You're back down again? Are you going to take... He's not taking no for an answer. Come here. Come here. He wants to be on my lap. Okay, that's important for him for some reason at the moment. So the baby gets what the baby wants. You run the show here, huh? I need to clean his little eyes. It's time for a little eye cleaning, even though you don't like it. Ooh, Cancer, some of the energies are flowing. My nose is starting to run a little. I have that clairsentience that comes up where I can feel maybe things, maybe some of you have a cold or are feeling kind of under the weather. Let's clarify this Lovers. We're clarifying with the Wild Wolf Tarot today. This is my little wolf right here. He does howl. It's really cute. Okay, so for the Lovers card, you got the 9 of Swords, which is called the Watchers in this deck, and Realization, and then the 5 of Cups, or 5 of Caretakers, which is Regret. So there are some things that maybe you're realizing about the connection you're in that are hurtful to you, disappointing to you. You could even feel this way about your own behaviors or your own responses to this person that you're connected to. At times, I think you feel like you don't have clarity, or it may take you some time to process the behaviors or the circumstances that the other person, how they're handling those circumstances, how they're dealing with it. But you do seem like you're having some realizations, and this could be to do with your own behavior in the relationship, your own responses. Maybe at times, instead of, and I'm getting that blockage in the throat, instead of responding in a healthy manner, you may have reacted or felt like you got drawn out into the energies. Whew. But your emotions are definitely tied up into this situation here. Let's look at this Wheel of Fortune. But I'm trying to figure out where this 1111 feminine energy comes in. You got the 8 of Swords, anxiety, to clarify the Wheel of Fortune, and the Sun, growth. So I'm wondering if this argument, this fight, or this phase that the relationship is going through. Now remember, for some of you, this might not be romantic. This could be a business relationship, and somebody's toxic behaviors are really affecting that. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Could be a family member that you're dealing with. But as you're going through these changes and you're having the realization, oh boy, my nose, I'm going to say it because things are flowing out all of a sudden. It wasn't like this before the reading. I'll end your reading and it will be gone. But it's just wanting to run right now. Whew. Okay, so the changes going on with this relationship, it feels like a cycle that's kind of taking a little while to get worked out. And on the one hand, you're really anxious about it. You're really like, is everything gonna turn out okay? Am I investing in this in the most healthy way that I can? Am I being appropriate with my energy exchange, with my time exchange with this person? What is it bringing up in me? And I feel like too, some of you are doing some self-checks to see what's going on inside that is being triggered by this other person. Oh my gosh, but Cancer, you're coming into the wheel seems to be moving you into a place of growth. So for some of you, I think this is about finding your voice and the courage and the fortitude to speak your voice to this person, to be heard. That's very, very important for Cancerians, that they feel heard by the people that they are in relationships with. And if this person won't hear you, it's probably going to be a good idea to find somebody that you can talk to in this situation or about this fight, just to kind of try to get to a more stable place within yourself on it. Let's look at this 9 of Wands, because this is where you're kind of like, okay, I don't want to deal with this. This just is destructive. I'm feeling cautious. I'm feeling like I have to defend and protect myself. You got, to clarify that, the Beta, which is Queen in this deck of Caretakers. That's the Queen of Cups, that's you. And the word that goes with it is calm. And I'll just show you the wolf here because it's beautiful. This is beautiful, calming energy. I like that you're bringing this into the situation. I think that you have quite a gift for calming situations as it stands. I don't think people really have the ability to get too fired up around you because you're not into that. You're not into that drama. You'll either calm the energy or you will remove yourself from the energy. And you have the Ace of Hunters here, prosperity. Very interesting. The Ace of Hunters is the Ace of Wands. So this whole growth cycle for you in the perspective of this person that you're relating to, you are learning so much and you are evolving so much. And there's this brand new prosperous beginning that's coming out of it. I would say, you know, you have a lot of attraction to this person. And sometimes we are attracted to people out of karmic energies because our souls have a desire to resolve karma with them. And then it becomes, you know, we may have love there and we have care, but it also is the responsibility. Karma is, when two people are involved in a karmic situation, both of them have responsibilities. And so it looks like you've gotten to the point where you're really clear about where your responsibility lies and you're looking for them to handle their side of things. So I see that distinction and I think you've already come to that. This is more about how you manage your own responses, your scanning of yourself, your role in resolving the karma. What's your role and what is not your role? What is their role in resolving this? Let's look at the 10 of Swords here and clarify for that person. This is this could represent an ego death or them feeling like they're pressured down with some sort of decisions. They may be pulling back from you. You got the 3 of Swords, which is a separation. They may need some time to step into their own worth. They have the 10 of Wands here, the 10 of Leaders, which is responsibility. Yes, they may need to step back from you, take some space from you, or you from them, or just the situation needs space in order for them to acknowledge. Remember, I said this person may not be taking their side of the responsibility, or they are recognizing, oh my gosh, this is my part of the responsibility, but they're responding out of some, I would say, maybe outdated and past wounding behaviors that may or may not even have anything to do with you. I think you're in the place where you're like, hey, universe, am I responding correctly here? You know, I love this person. I know I'm going through great growth. Prosperity's at my doorstep. I know I have this calming energy, but is this person going to pull through this phase? Looks like them coming to the realization of their responsibility, actually like saying, okay, I need to become the cause point. I need to take accountability for my life. That is causing them a little bit of stress here and may cause them to pull away from you emotionally. You're probably feeling that. Let's look at the Devil here. They got the 2 of Watchers, which is the 2 of Swords. Got a lot of Swords energy in this reading. And it's interesting because you both have this tendency to backpedal a little bit. You from the 9 to the 8 of Swords on your side, them from the 3 to the 2. And so with that, however, they've got this 2 of Swords, which represents choice. Am I going to continue to respond and behave out of old patterns? And maybe this is someone who has even resolved an addiction or two, or is working on, like they could be wanting to change their diet. They could be wanting to change their exercise routine and they're having a hard time with it. And you may be experiencing some of the blowback frustration that this person's going through. They have the Alpha of Hunters here, which is that King of Wands, which is in your connective energy too. And it's connected to the energy of discipline. And I think this person is learning that it's safe for them to take on responsibility and discipline for themselves and their wounding and all their past and their part in the relationship here with you. And this is a lot for them. Blaze was like resting his little head on the cards. This is why you don't normally sit on my lap. I can't even shuffle. What's going on? He's a cute boy. Oh, he's so cute. He's like, what? Okay, for the Judgment card, they get the Death card, endings, there we go, and the Alpha of Leaders, which is the, oh my gosh, yeah. Is this the, oh, wait, am I backwards on this? Got Leaders and Hunters. Okay, okay. Woo. Sorry, Cancer, you're my first reading in this cycle on this Wild Wolf Tarot. I haven't picked up in a while. Over here where you got the Prosperity, I said Ace of Wands. It's the Ace of Pentacles. The Hunters is Pentacles. They got the Alpha of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, coming in with their choices around how they're going to deal with their addictions. And now they have the King of Wands here. So they do carry this King of Wands in energy that's in the middle, just in a little bit different position. With the Death card here and the Judgment card here and the King of Wands, this person is probably going through an ego death. You may be dealing with an earth sign, or you may be dealing with a fire sign here. Earth and fire, kind of what I pick up there as far as what their sign might be. Could also be their moon placement here, because a lot is coming up out of the darkness for them. And the universe is calling to them. The universe is calling to this person without a question to allow themselves to go through this transformation. Even though I don't see much of the Cups energy on their side, that Caretaker's energy came up on your side. That's what the universe is calling them to do. This is someone whose emotional balance, emotional state, and emotional intelligence has been affected by some wounding and been exacerbated by toxic addictions, and that's why they struggle. But they are trying to bring here the elevated energies, the mastery around this. That's what the universe is moving them to. They will still have that choice. Remember, they had the Two of Swords there. They will still have the choice. But it will be up to them at the end of the day, and it'll be up to you how you respond to that. Looking at the Five of Wands, so when these energies come together with this person going through what they're going through here, it's tricky. Things kind of explode in the middle into a bit of a challenge. It's, again, the nose is running. Whew. A lot of release going on for you here. You bring in the energy of the ten of Swords here, and they had that, remember? And they may feel pressured by you to heal their wounds. That it could just be you're not even pressuring them verbally. It could just be the energy of the connection here. And they got the Seven of Swords, which is a deceptive kind of card. They're not able to communicate you from the place of their truth because their ego is in the way. So they bring deceptive energies upon the connection. It causes the conflict. Your energy is coming in saying, you've got these wounds, please deal with them. That's what your energy is saying to them, whether you've said anything to them or not verbally. And they're coming in with like, maybe at times they're coming forward like they are doing something about it, but they're not, and they can't deceive you with it. Cancer, you're one of the most intuitive signs in the whole zodiac. When you know that you know that you know, you know, and the universe knows, and you are in that aligned place, they cannot deceive you. That may be really challenging for this person because they can't pull the wool over your eyes with anything. You cannot be fooled. Your intuition and your energy, it also leads. It's the leader here, and that could be very hard for this person, especially if they are resisting, especially if they are doing that. But there are some nice energies over here for them where they're being offered the opportunity. Look at these two, Alpha, to master the Pentacles and the Wands here. They're being asked to learn how to ground their energies in. They're being asked to learn how to lead from a place of honor. and a place of honoring you in the relationship. Let's look at this King of Wands. Ooh, my goodness. Now you have all the kings out here. From your side, guess who you bring in? Of course, the King of Cups energy, because that's your energy, Cancer. You had the Queen over here and the King. You're very, very aligned in your emotional energies. You have a great mastery over your emotions. You are the kind of person that, like, I remember one time in the corporate world, they tried to give everybody this, well, they did. They made everybody attend this emotional intelligence class. And it, it was catered toward the corporate world or whatever. And it was just hilarious to me because as a Cancerian myself, the emotional intelligence course was like, duh, like you all, and there were people there in the course that had no fucking clue what they were even talking about. But to me, I was like, yeah, don't you guys get it? To me, it was like common sense. But to people who were like super analytical and like very left brain, they just could not comprehend what their emotional intelligence was. And emotional quotient, EQ, is just as important as IQ, right? And I just remember, kind of having a laugh to myself because I could have taught that class, honestly. It was very easy for me to pick up and resonate with. And I was like, oh gosh, yeah, this is of course how you would handle this employee situation or that employee situation. But there are people that just do not know. For some of you could be dealing with a boss or a manager, zero people skills, does not know how to handle that, right? They may be trying, or there may be pressure from the universe or the higher ups for them to learn that, but it remains to be seen. And now they're bringing in the King of Swords here, intellectual. So you bring in the emotional balance, they bring in the intellectual, and you have the King of Wands in the middle, which is maybe and probably why the two of you are either working together, been placed in this situation, or if this is romantic, you're attracted to each other. You're attracted to each other because their intelligence, this is a very intelligent person. They have deep wounds, but they're very intelligent. You have the emotional, the heart-led balance, the intuition. And so that's where this synchronicity lies, in your ability to bring in the intuition and the emotionality, and them to bring in the intellect. Now, both people have to find the balance, right? And I think that might be hard at times. You may have trouble bringing in the logic and reason at times because you're leading with your emotions. They have trouble bringing in the empathy and the care and the honor and respect because if it makes sense in their mind, it must be so, right? So very interesting energies, Cancer. Let's go ahead and pull a card to close off your reading today from the Inner Child Oracle. Cancer, the Inner Child Oracle brings you the message to get lost, and not in a bad way. The magic of imagination is calling to you now. Create space to get lost in new and exciting worlds. Read a book, watch a movie, write a story, or create a work of art. Let your imagination run wild and do what connects you to the wonderment of childhood, where anything was possible and the extraordinary lay just around the corner. And you know what I'm getting? You might remember like the movies like Goonies, and it was adventuresome and exploratory, right? And funny. And you might remember The Never-Ending Story. It would be these kinds of things. What's that other show called? The Dark Crystal. These kinds of mystery, imagination things that really take us to, even, like Mr. Rogers in his little magic world that he would talk about, These are the kind of things for you to embrace, Cancer. And I don't think necessarily this is coming up as like get disconnected from this situation and this person, but I do think it offers you a bit of a reprieve. It helps you embrace these calming energies so that you can keep your emotional balance as you're dealing with some of the blowback from this person here. Cancer, I hope this reading has been helpful to you. I certainly appreciate you joining, and I can't wait to see you next time.